Well, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Nicole with Made from Scrap, and today I'm going to be working with the Bountiful Blessings paper collection by Country Craft Creations. It is a beautifully warm paper collection. You can see here all of the different papers. It gives you a kind of preview, and then here has a smaller sampling of the ephemera pieces. So you can cut these all out because this paper is made of the same type of material as the others, which is a linen cardstock. So today I am going to be working with a board from the Dollar Tree, and it is one of those boards that you can get. It comes in a 2-pack. So it comes in a 2-pack. This is 5 by 7 inches, and it's a canvas, artist canvas. It is basically like a chipboard, so I am going to be using it for my front cover of my album. And I went ahead and took some of the beautiful paper from the collection, and what I did is I cut it to size first of all, and then I laid a strip of ribbon over top of the bottom here. I used some double-sided tape to stick it down, and then what I did is I took the paper along with that ribbon and I put it in my sewing machine, and I went ahead and did some stitching. And then after that I went ahead and cut a piece of this well, it's in the ribbon section of Dollar Tree, but it's basically this woven mesh. I did a cutout from the paper collection. I cut out the corn pieces twice, and I went ahead and popped those up on some foam squares. And then, let's see, I just glued everything down. So that is my front cover. I haven't done anything on the inside yet, but I did go ahead and cut my pieces of chipboard. So this is going to be my back piece, another 5 by 7 piece. The cover to that will be 7 by 9, and then this is going to be my spine. It's just going to be a small book for Thanksgiving. This is 1 by 7, and then I'll be covering it with some paper that I'll show you in just a minute. So I went ahead and already put, here's my pokey tool, some double-sided tape on the back side of my chipboard here. Make this a little bit faster. And if you don't have these spacers from Country Craft Creations, you should get them, because if you make a lot of albums, this makes this so quick and easy. Just to stick this down, and there you go. So now we have one piece, and then I'm going to put together my other. Now I cut mine too short for my liking, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 pieces together real quick so that I end up with a piece that is a little bit longer. I'm just using my scoreboard to make sure I get on there pretty straight, and of course I didn't. I still didn't. This should be 4 inches. Just needed to straighten that out. So now we have a piece that's 4 inches by 9 inches, and we have our 1 by 7 inch piece of chipboard. Take the backing off of that. And then I am using this other piece of spacer here, which is 1.5 inches wide. And I'm going to go ahead and stick that down. So now you can see why having those spacers makes it so easy just to plop your chipboard right down. Okay. That out of the way. Now I'm going to go ahead and bend over my pieces here and give it a good burnish. This is going to be a little extra thick for me because, like I said, I cut it inadvertently too short. That's all right. It will work just fine. And I like to go ahead and also burnish on the top side next to my chipboard. Give it a nice finished spine edge. But if you don't like to do that, or you don't like the look, that's not a necessity, but I feel like it helps hold the paper down a little bit on the side better. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. Last side. Just a quick burnish here. And then we're going to cut out our corners. Just going to go ahead and cut them straight up. Straight up to the corner of that chipboard. 90-degree angle. And on the spine piece, we're also going to do that same thing. Cut these up. Okay. All right. And now we're going to go ahead and wrap this around. So this is our spine cover. And all we're going to do is wrap the top and the bottom pieces, not the side. Just the top and bottom. Just like that. Okay. Let that sit, and now with the back cover, we are going to do all four sides. Making sure this is tapered ever so slightly in. Keep a handy dandy wipe, dry wipe that is, nearby for the excess glue. And I am using the olive artisan cardstock from Country Craft Creations. The artisan cardstock is by far the best cardstock. It folds beautifully, it holds, it doesn't crack. It's really, really good to work with. And just like that, we have a couple of covers. So now, again, back in with the scoreboard. And what I like to do is use my scoreboard again to hold things straight. So if I can put this in my scoreboard and use it so that I can view there's a little gap, that's what I like to do. So you can see that gap right there. That's what I'm going to hold tight to. So I'm going to place some glue along that wing of my spine piece, making sure to stay away from the edge there. And yeah. And then I'm going to place on the inside edge of my back piece. And I am going to hold a 1/4 inch gap from one edge of the chipboard to the other. Just like that. Burnish it really well so that glue can hold. And what I should have told you first is to make sure that your wings are slightly tapered in. Alright. I just trimmed the edge here of the other wing. So, let me zoom back out. Okay, now that I have that one on, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, which happens to be my piece here. Same thing, I'm going to be making sure that this is tapered. Let me give this another good burnish. Alright, so again, same thing, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down so that I hold a 1/4 inch gap. And because this is a slick surface, I am actually also going to use some hot glue. Just want to make sure that it has some extra holding power there. I'm just warming up the hot glue underneath. I'm not putting any on. It just, I should have put it second after putting the art glitter glue, so that there's not a big bead there. But anyhow, now it is on. That is all secure. Try to wipe up any excess. Okay. And next I have a piece that we're going to use to cover that inside spine. And I do want to cut that off just a little bit. Just slightly shorter than 7 inches. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. Just centering it by eye. Okay, who took my bone folder? Good grief. Got up and walked off, I guess. Okay, and I'm gonna create this crease so that the paper is trained to go into that spot when the book folds, but I'm not gluing that. I've found that not gluing that is better, and I just glue the wings themselves. So I'll place that down. And then I'll burnish it really well. And then when I fold it, it will want to fold. And this is how good this paper is. You can literally move it around, smash it back and forth, and really work that corner. Trying to soften that corner up a little bit, that 1/4 of an inch gap that I left, so that it's very pliable. I'm going to do the other side now. Just train it. And I'm going to glue this down. Okay. Again, I'm just working that spine so that it becomes very pliable. And there you go. Now you have your cover using that artist canvas as a cover, front cover that is, in this case. It comes in a 2-pack, so for $1, you really have a front and a back cover already. So you just need a spine. So if you have a bunch of extra pieces of chipboard left over, you could always match those up with that and create another album. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Happy crafting! Bye!